Watson alongside Kylie Long calling the Flower Mound JV boys basketball game. We're about to get underway here. Kylie, you looking forward to this game?
I am. I'm really excited to watch this JV team. They've been just trucking along this whole season, and I'm excited to see where this game goes.
Yeah, it's been great. They've had a tough start, like halfway through the season, just losing lots of players. Brooks Toothman moved to Australia. He's one of their key players. Several out on injury. Kylie, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, number 22, Ethan Long, is supposedly out with a back injury, and number 2, Elijah Malabio, also out with a broken finger.
Yeah.
But this JV team, I think they've still got it in them. They're a solid team, and they're going to make their teammates proud.
Great. Southlake wins the tip. They're just going around the three-point line, almost stolen by Tyler Stumpfig. Southlake has possession again. Number 3 to number 20. Shoots, goes for the 3, and misses it. Flower Mound with the rebound. Looking good so far. Jake Welch.
This Southlake defense is definitely starting out the game really aggressive. What do you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, they've started out quickly, just making some pretty big mistakes starting out, just being very careless with their passing. Jags look good, just sticking to their fundamentals.
It's
a foul.
Channeling a Connor Lee there?
Yeah, there you go. Fundamentals right there. All right. Southlake's going to start out the game with a foul on Jake Welch. Flower Mound will take possession. Number 12 up at the top of the keep. It's number 35, number 12 for the Jags. Jags are looking to drive in, staying out farther away though.
They seem to be really fond of passing to Jake Welch.
Yep. Him and Tyler Stumpfig look like they are leading the game so far. Not too much action though. We're almost 2 minutes in, no one scored. I say that. Tyler Stumpfig pulls up and gets the 3. Southlake's going to drive down. Number 22 currently has possession.
That's exactly what 20. The Jags need. Start this game strong.
Exactly. Southlake's just looking to get on the board at this point. Still very early in the game. Lots of contact there. It looks like they're going to get a travel. Jags will have the ball. Number 3, Sammy Cambry will start out to Tyler Stumpfig. Not in any rush to get underway here. Back to Jake Welch to 35, Clayton Johnson.
Jaguars are the only ones with points on the board right now. 5:43 left in this very first period.
Tyler Stumpfig drives in and gets 2 points for the Jags. Southlake's going to retain possession for now. And it is stolen by number 12 for the Jags to Tyler Stumpfig from the 3 and just misses it. Number 22 is going to get the rebound for Southlake. Drives up. And it's going to be a block against Jake Welch. That'll be 2 points. Or 2 free throws, excuse me. Number 22 for Southlake's going to take it with the first.
And giving up free shots is not the greatest thing for the Jaguars, but it's still very early in this game, so I don't foresee it being a huge problem as long as they can come back and get a little bit of revenge.
Yeah, I agree. All right, it's going to be another foul against the Jags. Their 22 is going to take it. Looking for an open man. He's going to get to 20, dish it out to 35 for Southlake. He's going to take the long three and just short. Number 12 for the Jags is going to get the rebound, and it's going to be out on Southlake.
That was a good attempt. I can see what he's trying to do, just didn't quite finish with the execution.
Yeah. All right, Jake Welch is going to pass to number 5, Tyler Stumpfig. Tyler back to Jake. Then up to number 12. We don't have number 12 on our roster. I apologize for that, folks. Southlake's going to drive down. Great defense by the Jags, but Southlake still gets 2 points to go. Jake Welch under with a lot of pressure. Jags are going to keep possession of the basketball.
Score is now 5-4. Jaguars leading by 1 point.
Jake Welch is going to take it for the Jags. Tyler Stumpfig gets open. The two of them seem to just have a lot of chemistry together. They're doing really well just passing to each other and getting open. Number 12 dishes it out to number 5, which is Tyler Stumpfig again. Drives in, gets a pass off to, again, number 12, back to Tyler. And sinks it. It looked like his foot was on the line, but they'll give it to him. It's going to be 8-4 Jags lead. 22 for Southlake Carroll is going to take it. Pass to 2, down to 20. 20 goes for the 3, misses it. Tyler Stumpfig gets the rebound. Ooh, just misses the layup. All right, Southlake Carroll heads back down, passes it out for 22, takes the 3, misses it again. Number 35, Clayton Johnson, gets it, passes it to Jake Welch, and back down to number 12. 12 takes the long 3, just misses it, but 35 finishes it off, gets the bucket.
What I'm liking about this Jaguar team is that their communication on either end of the court, they seem to be really in sync and they're working together in a cohesive unit.
Yeah, it's been great so far. Really sticking to those fundamentals, as the wise Connor Lee has said. Number 33 for Southlake gets the bucket. Scores now 10-6 Jags with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Tyler Stumpfig looking for a man. Again, passes to Jake Welch. Jake's looking to see what his next move is going to be. To number 12 for the Jags, back to Stumpfig. Stumpfig goes for the long 3, just misses. Clayton Johnson gets the rebound. Back to Tyler, back to Jake. And back to Clayton Johnson for the Jags. And number 3 for the Jags, that's Sammy Cambry, is going to get the 3. Scores now 13-6. Number 20 for Southlake Carroll takes it down. Southlake's just doing their best to keep the ball away from the Jags. Just been making lots of really tough mistakes. Having trouble keeping up. But old announcer jinx right there. Number 20 sinks a 3. 13-9, Jags lead.
These teams seem to be pretty evenly matched in size, so it really is going to come down to skill and teamwork to win this game.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like we have a foul. It's going to be against Southlake Carroll.
Looks like Mason Cosby is going to come in and replace number 12.
Oh, Southlake intercepts the ball. Pulls back for a long 3, misses it. Number 5, Tyler Stumpfig, is he's under a lot of pressure, gets it off to number 3, Sammy Cambry. But gets to Southlake Carroll, but the Southlake Carroll player loses the ball.
Just want to take a minute to give a shout out to Dan and Lynn Stumpfig in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Hi, Dan and Lynn. Thanks for watching.
All right, Southlake Carroll pulls back for the long 3 again, just misses it. Tyler Stumpfig gets the rebound. And it's going to be a dead ball. All right, Southlake Carroll has the ball heading down the court. Again, just trying to keep it away from the Jags, get an open shot. 20 to number 2 to number 13. Kylie, it looks like the Southlake Carroll team's just having a really tough time getting anything going.
Well, I've noticed that they seem to really favor trying to drive in, and this Jaguar defense just isn't letting them.
See, I would almost say the opposite.
Oh, and, well, announcer jinx again.
Yeah, there you go. I would almost say the opposite. It seems like they're trying to hit all their threes. Same with the Jags, but the difference is the Jags are actually making theirs. So
maybe that's where I noticed the difference.
Yeah. All right, Tyler Stumpfig with the ball. Passes it over to number 10, Jake Welch. Back to Clayton. Oh, nope, that is Ashton Kudva. Jags are going to keep possession of the ball. Tyler Stumpfig's going to pass it in. He's going to get it again to Jake Welch. Jake to Kudva. Back to Tyler Stumpfig. Pulls up from the 3. Just misses it. Jake Welch is going to get the rebound. Decides to slow it down a little bit. Back to Stumpfig. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Jags are going to try to take this last shot. To number 3, Sammy Cambry. Back to Kudva. 2 seconds. And Kudva gets the last shot off. Just misses it. All right, that's going to do it for the first quarter here. You're watching the Flower Mound Sports Network coverage of the Flower Mound JV Jags against the JV Southlake Carroll Dragons.
And if you have to step away from the game, keep your Twitter notifications on and follow at the FMSN for live updates and pictures of the game.
Fantastic. I'm Kurt Watson alongside Kylie Long. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, Jaguar fans. I'm Kurt Watson alongside Kylie Long. This is the FMSN coverage of the Flower Mound JV Jags against the Southlake Carroll Dragons. Jags are currently leading by a mere 2 points, 13-11. Jake Welch passes it in to Tyler Stumpfig to start out the quarter.
To see if they keep up the pace as this game goes on.
Yeah, definitely. Flower Mound seems to be playing really well so far. Made a few key mistakes along the way, just allowing Southlake to convert those points, but such as right then, there's a foul against the Jags. So this will give Carroll a chance to tie up the game. Number 10 back for his 3 free throws. Makes his first. And he misses his second. Jags are going to keep their lead for a little while longer. Jake Welch to Tyler Stumpfig. Down the court. Stumpfig looking to make a move. Passes to Cambry. Back over to number 12. Back to Jake Welch. One thing I've seen really consistently with these Jags is just really good ball movement. Being able to keep an open, just their eyes open for a man. Just passing really well around the court. Southlake's going to get possession, 22 to number 35. 22 goes for the long 3, misses it, and that's going to be a foul against the Jags.
You know, Kurt, I definitely agree with you on their passing skills, these Jaguars. They do seem to have all the basics down pat, and that really, really shows when you just have that teamwork getting at it.
Very true. All right. Number 22, again, going to shoot free throws. Misses his first. Score's still 13-12 Jaguars.
Jaguars are now up to 4 fouls to Southlake Carroll's 2.
Lots of basketball left to play, though.
Definitely.
And 22 gets his second. So score's all tied up. And Jags are going to take the timeout. We'll be right back. We'll take it with them. This is FMSN coverage of your Flower Mound Jaguars. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Flower Mound Sports Network coverage of your JV Jags versus the Southlake Carroll Dragons. Right now, Jaguars and Dragons are tied 13-13. We're in the second period. Kurt, tell me what's going on.
All right. Right now, Camber passing to Stumpfig over to Welch. Jags are just looking to convert, get some more points on the board, and increase their lead. They lost about a 7-point lead early on, so they're just trying to make anything happen right now.
Of course, they're passing out around the outside, taking their time to look for that beautiful shot that they need to get a 3. Or driving in, because announcer jinx.
Tyler Stumpfig misses his layup. Southlake Carroll gets the rebound, number 24-22. Carroll's just trying to get some more points on the board and get a lead going. 10 pulls back for the long 3, misses it. Jake Welch gets the rebound.
Jaguar defense has been more aggressive in this second quarter.
Yeah, definitely. They're realizing this Carroll team is no one to trifle with, so looking to get a lead going. Welch along the outside looking for some options. Pass to Tyler Stumpfig. I'm telling you, Welch and Stumpfig, they seem to be the 2 most aggressive players right now. They're doing quite well. Welch to Clayton Johnson, and it's going to be a foul against Southlake.
Looks like number 25, Jake Lyles, is coming in to replace number 12 for the Jaguars.
Johnson makes his free throw. Southlake will take over possession. Yeah, I think you're right, Kylie. These Jags have definitely come out a lot more aggressive this quarter. Lots of contact there on the court. 22 drives in for Carroll, and it's blocked by Johnson. Welch drives down the court and almost loses the ball. Number 25 passes back to Welch. 25, Jake Lyles. Welch to Stumpfig. Stumpfig looks to slow down play a little bit. Lyles with the ball, back to Welch. Welch almost loses possession again. It's going to be out on Carroll. Stumpfig's going to take it. Again, out to Welch. Back to Stumpfig. To Lyles. Back to Stumpfig. Back to number 3, Camber, Samuel Camber. And ball's intercepted, and it's going to be a charge against the Jags. Or, excuse me, a block against the Jags.
Well, one thing I do want everyone to notice is that even though we have a couple Jaguar players out with injuries, they're still dressed up and sitting on the sidelines, supporting their teammates, just generally being good sports about it. And that's pretty cool. Even if you're injured, definitely show up to support your team.
Definitely. Southlake player makes his free throw. Scores all tied up 16-16. Foul is going to be against number 22 for Southlake.
Looks like the aggression is upping on both sides.
Welch takes the ball and passes to Stumpfig. Stumpfig looks to drive in, dishes it back out to Welch, who gets it to Lyles. And Southlake's going to get the ball back.
Looks like Southlake's approaching this one a little more cautiously, trying to find their way in.
Number 22 with possession to 35. 35 tries to drive in, tosses it back out to number 3, who airballs the long 3. And Southlake retains possession of the ball. Again, Southlake just looking for any way to get into the paint. Jags are playing really great defense right now. It's going to be a timeout. We'll take it with them. Back in a few with the Flower Sports Network. Back to action here in the Jaguar Den. I'm Kurt Watson alongside Kylie Long. This is Flower Mound Sports Network coverage of your Flower Mound Junior Varsity Jags. We are all tied up 16-16 in the second quarter of play with 3 minutes left. Southlake has possession of the ball. 22 dishes it in to number 12, who looks to make the layup. And can't make it. It's out on against the out on the Jags. 22 is going to take it. Looks like to 35, back out to 22. Again, Jags playing really good defense. Southlake's trying to slow it down, eat as much clock up as possible. And Southlake loses possession of the ball. Great defense by number 35, Clayton Johnson.
Definitely.
To Stumpfig. And number 3, Sammy Camber, takes the long 3 but misses it. Southlake gets the rebound to 35. Back out to 3. 3's going to take the 3. And again, misses it. They just cannot seem to be making
it was an impressive rebound, though, so they finally did make it.
Yeah, they finally made just a layup, but Jags will be down by 2. Southlake gets the ball back. Number 20 to number 35. Back out to 3. Man, if I were Southlake right now, I would just focus on driving in and getting as much points as possible. As many points as possible, excuse me.
Yeah, it looks like they have learned from their past mistake of taking a little too much time and giving the Jaguars an opportunity to take that ball back. If they're moving a little bit faster, they can at least attempt to get those points up.
And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Number 3 wasn't able to get it back into play. 25, Jake Lyles is going to take it. Oh, check that. Number 31, Mason Cosby. Cosby to Stumpfig. Stumpfig's going to take it down the court. About a minute and a half left. Again, Southlake leads 18-16. Welch looking to make a move to number 25, Lyles. Back out to Stumpfig. Welch to Cosby. Cosby to Stumpfig. Back to Welch. Just looking to make a move, retake the lead, or at least tie it up before the half. Stumpfig gets it. Back to Welch. Welch takes the 3, misses. Number 2 for Southlake gets the rebound. All right, 32. Southlake misses the easy layup. Back to number 32, and ball's gonna end up going out on number 31, Mason Cosby. Southlake's gonna take it. Number 20 is gonna drive down the court slowly, taking his time, wanting to get that last shot off before the half.
There's 29 seconds left in this half. Right now, Southlake is leading 18 points to 16 points for the Jaguars. And so I'm sure the Jags are thinking, hurry up, hurry up.
Still lots of basketball left. Number 22 is just going to hold it. 10 seconds left. You better get moving. Doesn't seem to be in any rush left so far. 22 passes to number 35, who nails the 3. And we're going to be going to half. Your Jags are down 16-21.
And our Lady Jags are taking the court to start some warm-ups. And be sure to stick around after the JV game to watch them take on Southlake Carroll as well. It's going to be an exciting game to watch. And so we'll be back with the rest of JV after the break. welcome back to the Jaguar Den. We are just about to start the second half of JV Jaguar boys versus the Southlake Carroll Dragons. Right now the score is Dragons 21, Jaguars 16. Let's just see how this game gets going. Lady Jags just finished their practice, so be sure to stay tuned afterwards to see them. But right now, our boys are getting ready to take the court. Some of our standout players from the first half of the game, I would say, would be Jake Welch and Tyler Stumpfig. They have been kind of leading the charge in getting points up on the board for these Jaguars. But there's been a great cohesive unit for this whole team working together. They have the basics down pat, and coaching style's pretty good, I would say. Kurt?
Down pat.
Down pat.
Great use of your vocabulary. Yeah, these Jags have looked really good for the most part in the first half. We're hoping they can just stick with their fundamentals, put some more points on the board, and just shut this Southlake offense down.
For those of you at home who couldn't hear it, we're both knocking on wood.
All right, 22 passes in to number 20 for Southlake, out to number 35. And we are underway for the second half of play for this JV Jaguar team. Back to 20. Southlake's keeping this pace very slow so far. I'm sure just wanting to keep that lead they have as long as they can. Welch eyeing number 35 very closely.
Yeah, and in the last two quarters, they started off slow and then picked up in the aggression as time ticked down. So we'll see if this one follows that same pattern.
Absolutely. Looks like Carroll's about to start speeding things up a little bit. 22 dribbling, about half court. Jake Welch eyeing him carefully, looking for any gap in the defense that he can. Looking really good so far. Just like I said, it started speeding up a little bit. Number 20 takes the long three, misses it. Stumpfig driving down the court quickly to number 12 to number 35, Johnson. Lots of contact there. Johnson is going to go up for the shot, but gets fouled on the way up.
This is a good opportunity for the Jaguars to start shrinking that lead that the Dragons have.
Johnson's going to take his first shot. Makes it. 17-21. Carroll leads. Now for a second. And he converts both of his free throws. Carroll's going to take the ball. Again, going fairly slowly. Scores now 21-18, Southlake.
Looked like during those free throws, Coach was having a mini conference with a couple of the Jaguar players. So let's see what wisdom he imparted upon them. See how they play any differently.
Yeah, there you go. Carroll attempts another one of those long threes, and again misses it. Jags are going to get the ball back. We're back to a one-possession game. Number 3, Sammy Camber. Passes to number 5, Tyler Stumpfig. Welch sets up the screen. Stumpfig's going to take the 3, almost makes it. Southlake gets the rebound and drives down the court. .35 to number 20. Just looking for a gap in the Jaguar defense. Jags are holding strong so far. Southlake barely gets that shot, but they get it off. Looks like number 3 passes to Stumpfig, back to Welch. Jags are again down 23-18. Johnson misses his shot. Southlake gets the rebound, drives down the court. Again, looking to take it a little slower. 35 goes for the long 3, just off the rim. And it's going to be out on Welch, it looks like. Oh, nope, it's going to be a shove, so Jags are going to get the ball back.
The Dragons have been struggling on their threes tonight, which I'm not complaining about at all.
Yeah. Camber to Stumpfig. Tell you, we've said Sammy Camber's name quite a bit tonight as well. Welch sets up the screen. Stumpfig to Welch. Welch looking for an open man to Johnson. Johnson goes for the layup, misses it.
They've tried that twice now with Johnson going for a layup. Hasn't quite worked. Maybe a third time will be the charm.
22 to 3 to number 35 for Southlake. Back to 22. And 3, knock on wood, makes his 3. Scores now 26-18 Southlake. And it's going to be a timeout. We'll take it with them back in a few minutes. It's the Flower Mound Sports Network. Back to action here in the Jaguar Den alongside Kylie Long. I'm Kurt Watson. This is your Flower Mound Junior Varsity Jags against Southlake Carroll Dragons. Southlake leads 26-18 right now. 4.5 minutes left in the quarter. Kylie, let's talk about how these Jags are doing so far.
They've just been a real good cohesive unit playing out this game. They've been using those fundamentals and just passing really smoothly. Around the outside, looking for the open 3. Welch, number 3, back to Welch. He shoots a 3 and sinks it.
Welch is going to get his 3. It's going to be 21-26. Jags down by 5. Again, Southlake going with their very slow gameplay. Just looking for those openings, get some open 3s. 35 to number 20 for Southlake. Back to 35.
Their passing has definitely picked up speed, but their forward movement not as much.
Yeah, definitely. Still looking for those open 3s.
The Jags
have not
aren't
been able to
giving them.
convert very well with them. Southlake's going to get a quick shot to go. Jags are down 21-28. Stumpfig hanging out close to half court. Tosses it to Welch. Welch for the open 3. Misses it. Southlake's going to get possession again.
3 minutes, 25 left in the third quarter. Jags still have plenty of time to turn this one around.
Definitely. It looks like number 31, Mason Cosby, is going to come in to replace Clayton Johnson. Number 22 for Carroll is going to take the ball. And 20 is going to get the 2 points to go. Jags are now down by a game high of 9. Tyler Stumpfig with the ball to Welch. Back to Camber. Back to Welch. To Stumpfig. I'll tell you, Stumpfig's been playing a pretty good game so far. He had an incredible 10 points last time he played Carroll right in the first quarter. So hoping to see him pick up momentum a little bit. Takes the 3, just misses it right off the front of the rim. 20 for Carroll, gets the rebound, drives down, almost loses possession of the ball. Passes to 25. Back to 22. Southlake is not moving with any urgency right now. Just trying to be a lot more delicate with the shots they take, and it pays off. Number 3 for Southlake converts, gets the 3, extends their lead to 12. And The Jags are going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Back to action in a few minutes with FMSN.
Welcome back to the JV Jags basketball game. You're in luck if you love basketball, because after this, we have varsity girls, and after that, we have varsity boys playing, all against the Carroll Dragons. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Right now, your JV Jaguar boys are down. It's 33-21, Carroll leading. Third quarter and 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in said quarter. Kurt, what's going on?
Well, Kylie, Jags are going to need to pick up their momentum quite a bit in the next quarter just to increase their score and hopefully take the lead and finish out this ball game.
That was some fancy footwork by number 20 for the Dragons, but it did not pay off. Jaguars have the ball again.
Stumpfig's going to go up the court, looking for an open man to Cosby. Out to Camber, back to Stumpfig, back to Camber. Camber's looking for an open man, finds it in Kudva, and Kudva misses his shot, and it's going to be a jump ball. So it looks like that's going to go to Flower Mound. Yep, Welch is going to take it about half court.
This is definitely a good thing for the Jaguars, since the Dragons are so intent on slowing down whenever they're in possession.
Definitely. Stumpfig passes to Camber.
Who passes to Coach?
Just like that, sports fans, Jags turn it over. And Southlake's going to have another chance to increase their lead. (22-20). Tyler Stumpfig guarding best he can. And he's going to get fouled on the way up. Oh, looks like Mason Cosby's going to take over here. Passes into Stumpfig. Stumpfig's going to take it nice and slow down the court. Jags definitely need to have some urgency if they want to pull off a win here. Stumpfig to Welch, Welch to Cosby. Cosby out to Camber, Camber for the three, misses it. Cosby's gonna get the rebound. Looks like there's a foul against the Jags though. Carroll's gonna take over. Carroll's definitely moving with some urgency to start out. 20 drives in, passes to 12, and they get the easy bucket. 35-21. Jags down, Stumpfig moving with some urgency as well. 31, Cosby up, makes the basket. Number 22 for Carroll's gonna have the ball, guarded by Cosby. Lots of contact, drives in, looking to again increase that lead. Jags get the rebound, 24 seconds left. Camber has the ball, getting down that court as quick as he can to Welch.
You can just feel the tension rising as the clock ticks down.
Now this is it. And we're going to see what they call it. All right. Everyone, including the coaches, seems to be confused. Coach Meyer's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 12 seconds left in the third. Jags down 23-35. Back in a few. Back to action here at the Jaguar Den. I'm Kurt Watson alongside Kylie Long, calling this Five-Mound JV Jaguar game. Jags are currently down 35-23 against Southlake. Sammy Camber's going to take it, pass to Cosby, out to Stumpfig. Stumpfig's passes it back to Camber, to Welch.
Left.
5 seconds left. Jags just miss it. Southlake's going to get that last shot off straight over the goal.
And off the backboard, so yeah, impressive still.
Yeah, for sure. Just like that, we're going to take a break. We'll be back shortly with the final quarter of this game.
Welcome back to the final quarter of action of your JV Jags versus Southlake Carroll Dragons. Score right now is 35 Dragons to 23 Jaguars, but I think they can bring it back, knock on wood.
Carroll starts out fairly aggressively, 35 to number 20, back to 35. Looking to penetrate that Jag defense. Jags are trying to lock it down. They don't want to give up any more points than they already have. 20, or number 2 back out to 35, almost loses possession of the ball. Number 12 to 2, back to 24. Again, Jags playing really good defense so far, not giving up anything at this point. Carroll loses possession. Number 3, Camber comes up with it, out to number 5, Tyler Stumpfig. 3 goes for the basket, misses it. Lots of good defense. Mason Cosby goes up with it, and there's going to be a foul against Southlake. And they're going to call it on the floor, so Stumpfig.
You know, you've been talking about both teams playing with aggression, but you know who hasn't been aggressive? The Dragons coach. Normally from where we're sitting, we can at least hear a little bit of chatter coming from the coaches, but from that visitor side, he seems to be very reserved and quiet, but obviously whatever he's doing with this team is working.
35 to number 24 for Southlake. Southlake still looking to keep that lead, but hopefully increase it as well. They're hoping to increase it as well. And it's going to be a foul against Mason Cosby. It looks like number 12 is going to come in for Welch. Change it up a little bit. Welch has been in most of this game.
I was about to ask, is this the first time he's come out?
Yeah. Ooh, lots of contact there. Let's see what they call it on. Yeah, they're going to call it again on Mason Cosby. That's his second foul in the last 15 seconds. 35 is going to shoot 2 free throws for Carroll. Makes his first, no problem.
The Dragons have been pretty good from the free throw line this game. But not fantastic.
35 misses his second free throw. Stumpfig gets the rebound, passes out to number 12, back to Stumpfig. Back to Edmondson. We haven't been calling his name much. I think he just came in. 12 to Edmondson, back out to Camber. Camber goes for the 3, misses it. Cosby gets the ball. Knocked out, but Southlake player touched it last, so Stumpfig's going to take it out. Stumpfig to Camber, back out to Cosby. Jags are looking to make everything they can. 12 just misses it, rolls in and out. Southlake's going to get that rebound. Edmondson doing some really great coverage right now. And it's going to be a foul against, looks like Edmondson.
Got 6 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, Holden Edmondson is the younger brother, I believe, of Christian Edmondson, who graduated last year and went to play basketball in college. So, definitely some big shoes to fill.
Figuratively and literally.
35 converts his free throws. Stump Fig is going to take it up court to Cosby. And Southlake's going to disrupt the play, but it's going to be out on number 20 for Southlake, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. They call out on the Jags. Not exactly sure what happened there, but it looks like number 20 for Southlake is going to be shooting one-on-one.
Now at this point, Jaguars have got to start being really careful that they're not giving up any more charity free throws.
Yeah. Carroll misses his free throw. And it looks like number 2 is going to take it out for Southlake.
Score is now 38-25. Jaguars are behind.
.20 looking just to protect the ball. I do not want to give these Jags any hope, but Stump Fig plays some really great defense. Looks like it's going to be out on him, though. That was a really late call, in my opinion, but it's what it is.
Kudos to Stump Fig, though, for playing with that aggression, just trying to make something happen. That's what they need.
Definitely. They need to get some momentum going here. 13 points. It's difficult to come back within 6 minutes, but it's happened before. All right. It's going to be a foul on Stump Fig. It's going to be 8 for the Jags, so Southlake is going to be in the bonus. They'll be shooting 1-1 here. And 20 again, misses his first shot. 25 is going to get the rebound to Stump Fig. Jags are just really struggling with ball handling at this point, making some really easy mistakes. They would be very easy to fix. But Carroll's going to get the ball back. Number 20 for Carroll's going to pass it to 25 to 12. And 12's going to make the easy let go. Scores now 40-25. Carroll leads.
The Jaguars
Fig out to Camber. Back to Stump Fig. Jags really need to get something going quickly. They're not going to have any chance to come back. Stump Fig misses the 3. Camber gets the rebound. Back to Welch. Back to Camber. Camber's going to drive in, passes it to Edmondson. And Southlake's going to get that ball back.
have some parents and fans very upset with the lack of a call there.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact on the floor, but I think it was pretty mutual between both players.
Seems like Jaguars started out this game pretty strong. It looks like they just need to figure out how to get their back in the swing of things. And they have 4 minutes and about 25 seconds left to do that.
They need to figure it out quick, that's for sure, Kylie.
Maybe Coach will impart some words of wisdom as they're headed to a timeout. We are going to take it with them. We'll be back here shortly on the Flower Mound Sports Network, your coverage of the JV Jaguars. Back after this. Welcome back to the last 4 minutes and 21 seconds of this contest between your JV Jags versus the Southlake Carroll Dragons. Right now, score is 40-25. Dragons lead. Some aggression down there on the floor. Kurt, what's happening?
Well, Jags are just trying to get any break that they can get right now. They're down by 15. Looks like they're starting to foul Carroll. It's unfortunate they got lots of fouls early on in the half. It's coming back to bite them now, so Carroll will soon be in the double bonus. 22 shoots the first free throw, makes it. It's going to be 41-25, Carroll.
The Jaguars and Dragons were pretty evenly matched for fouls in the first half of this game, but it looks like the Dragons have really pulled back and are playing carefully now.
22 is going to shoot his second and misses that one. Number 33, Connor Fungafat is in now. Number 3, Camber's going to take it, passes in to Stumpfig. These Jags need to start moving quick. They have 16 points to cover within the next 4 minutes. Camber to Stumpfig. Stumpfig looks to take the three, decides not to, pulls up for just a field goal, gets his own rebound, tosses in lots of contact. 22 for Southlake, ends up getting the rebound and starts driving in about half court. And foul is called against Tyler Stumpfig.
He's had a couple of those tonight, but he's also been instrumental in getting those points up on the board for the Jaguars, so I'm glad he's here.
Definitely. All right, 3.5 minutes left. 35 is going for his second field goal. Southlake's now in the double bonus. Connor Fungafat to Tyler Stumpfig. Back to Fungafat. And they're going to call it a travel against the Jags. Carroll's going to get the ball back. Still 17-point deficit here at the Jaguar Den. Number 35 for Carroll passes to number 20. Back to 35. Up to 22. These Jags are just struggling right now. They cannot get anything going for them so far. No foul called. Kind of surprised about that. There's lots of contact down here. Carroll makes their shot.
I think the big thing is Carroll did start to pick up on making those threes in that second half, and that's what's started to slow the Jags' momentum and ultimately turn the tide. But Jaguars are still fighting.
Absolutely. All right, there's going to be a foul called against number 35 for Carroll. And Stumpfig is going to take it out. Stumpfig to Camber. Camber for the three, and it's an air ball. Number 25 for Carroll driving up the court. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Carroll's not looking to make any mistakes to give the Jags any hope. 25 out to 22. Kylie, what are your thoughts so far on the game?
Well, it's been an exciting one to watch. They were pretty evenly matched starting out, and then the second half, Dragons just picked it up. Right now, Jaguars need to pick up this aggression if they're going to close the deficit by just a little bit more in these last 2 minutes of play.
Stumpfig for the three, just off the rim. It's going to be Carroll possession again. 2 minutes left in the game.
Carroll's also gotten good at picking up those rebounds, and I think that's definitely helped them quite a bit.
22 is going to drive in for Carroll, gets it away, passes to 25, 25 back out to 22. And they're just trying to run the clock down at this point. Minute and a half left in this game. Jags are down 44-25. And there's going to be a foul.
You know what, Kurt? I like to suggest a word of the day. And I think that's definitely, because we've been saying that a lot.
Definitely.
But you know what? Nothing is definite yet, as this game isn't over. Minute 25 left. 44-25. Jaguars are behind, but they could close this gap.
It's true. It's going to be tough. They need to pick up the pace and get something crazy going right now, but there's always a chance. Now down by 20. Number 22 is going to shoot his second free throw. All right, number 33 for the Jags is going to take it in. Passes to number 12. Back to 33. Back to 12. Minute 15 left in this game. Holden Edmondson gets the ball just taken away from him. And it looks like number 25, Jake Lyles, is going to take it in for the Jags. Over to 12, over to Welch. Welch back to 12, 12 for the three, and makes it.
Beautiful. That
Scores
was one
now
of the
46-28 Jags.
That was one of the few fouls the Dragons have had so far.
Number 10 for Southlake, just trying to run out the clock, but makes a crucial mistake there. It's going to lose possession for the Dragons. Looks like Welch is going to take it in for the Jags. Welch to 12. 45 seconds left in this game. Welch for the three, airballs it. It's going to be Carroll.
He took the initiative, he went for it, and that's admirable, especially since really all they're trying to do right now is close that gap up as much as they can.
There you go. Number 10 looks like he's just going to try to run out the clock. Jags aren't giving up yet. They're still playing for pride here. Looks like number 33 is going to foul Carroll. Doesn't like that call at all. 23 is going to be shooting too. .23 makes his first free throw. And ends up getting both of his. Scores now 48-28. Carroll. 12 is going to drive down the court. 20 seconds left. He's going to at least try to get another shot off.
They've really got to get a move on if they want to get this shot in.
Yep. Lyles over to Fungafat. Welch. Back to Lyles. Back to number 12.
Got to do it at some point.
12 tries to go for the three. 0.8 seconds left here. Fungafat to 12. 12 tries to get the shot off. Isn't able to pull it out. Your Flower Mound Jag team falls to Carroll 48-28. We'll be back in a few minutes with coverage of the Southlake Carroll Flower Mound matchup for the Lady Jags. Kylie and I are going to go back to directing and producing this coming game. We'll be right back with those games. Stay tuned.